just the being, and the being for me is always more strong, and it's always been more strong. And I feel like that's also why I've
Mm.
been able to be so in touch with my intuition, and I'm forever grateful that I'm able to connect with that masculine of like really just taking action and doing what it is that I'm thinking about. Otherwise, you're going to be dreaming all day about all these amazing ideas, and
Mm.
your creative energy is just going to flow, and you could change the world with all of the feminine energy you have in you. But
Mm.
it's the masculine that says, okay, now let's do something about it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And you need both of those. Otherwise, the world would not exist, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's learning too, like which one, like as you reflect right now on your life, like which one are you more balanced in, and or which one are you more one-sided in, and the opposite is, what you would want to cultivate a little bit more and lean into. So like for me, I'm like more in my feminine most of the time. So it's uncomfortable for me to actually bring in the masculine energy. So it's like that's what I am focusing on,
Mm.
to lean into, and bring that into my life. Because as we all know, like the discomfort is where our true essence lies.
Mm. Word. Word, sister. You got it. You got the secret sauce. I could talk to you forever. I love you so much. I'm so endlessly grateful for you and for our conversations. And you bring out such a, uh, like you just make me feel like, you make me feel like I'm back at the summer solstices, which is like the hippie retreats that I used to go to. And, it's such a beautiful feeling for me, and it's just not many people bring that feeling to me. It's just and the fact that you sent me those songs today that you just felt called to send me, which I absolutely love. um
Mm.
and it was the songs that completely resonated with my soul. And um just to recap, you guys, she sent me three powerful songs, and I will link them in the notes of this so you guys can hear them. And they're just very like they brought me right back to these retreats that I would go to with my mom and with my auntie. And it's just the the feeling is like no other. And also one of them was called Woman of the World. And I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm Woman of the
Mm.
World. And that's us. We are women of
Mm.
the world. Like, and also it was just one, it was, there were three songs that I was able to hear the lyrics to for the first time. Not for the first time, but like I rarely can hear the lyrics to songs. And so I was able to hear every single word of each of those songs and just feel it in my soul. And I got goosebumps. And it was just like, I'm so grateful to have a friend who feels called to just feels called to connect with me in different ways, and does it, and it completely impacts me, completely more than you ever thought that it would. It just seems like such a simple thing. But so I'm really truly grateful that you take the action on this amazing intuition of yours. And I just really see so many miracles coming from you in your life as you continue to follow your intuition and just create the life of your dreams. I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you. And whew, right back at you, sister. Like I like I said before, it's like y- you have this way about you where it's like every time you speak, um, not just me, but like everyone is like, oof, like that hits. Ooh, like you just have this way of putting it into words that is just it lands for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other people. And I'm so proud of you for using your voice and creating this platform to reach so many people in this world, because your voice is so needed. And, like we talked about, on this podcast, like it's like who knows the power and the magnitude of like how this is impacting the world, and just each person that it reaches,
Mm.
and then and then they are impacting others, and it just goes on. And so yeah, I just want to thank you because again, like this isn't something where you're just like, this is easy, like I'm gonna do it or whatever it is. Like I know there was discomfort for you that you also were pushing through to get to to get to where you're at. And so, it's just a good reminder, like things aren't gonna always be, you know, glitter and roses. You're gonna have, you're
Mm-hmm.
human, and so we have lots of emotions that comes up, and we're gonna feel that discomfort. And if we can acknowledge that and still do the thing anyway,
Mm-hmm.
just to try it on and see how it goes. And that's exactly what you're doing. And you're thriving and you're changing the world. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being you, and being in my life and in everyone else's life now too.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I love you. That's beautiful words. And I receive your love 100%. And I send it right back to you. Um, wow. Uh, Okay, well, I'd love to do another deep breath before we end this. And and if anything comes to you, and no obligation, but if any like question comes to you that if you feel called to ask the audience any question that may have them self-reflecting, or if there's anything else that you feel called to say before we end, feel free. And if you feel complete, excellent. We'll let it go. But do you want to do another deep breath in case
Mhm.
anything comes to you in that meantime?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so let's take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly, the chest, the head, holding at the top, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the body, and let it go out the mouth. Maybe a sigh comes out or a sound, whatever feels good, and just ground down, relax into this moment, and open the eyes if they were closed, and arrive.
Oh, yeah. I need to get you to do a guided meditation for my podcast. Oh my gosh. That would be excellent.
I love it.
I
Well,
would love that.
it's funny you say that because something I actually was feeling called to share. Now that I'm stepping into more facilitation, I'm going to be traveling around and doing facilitating and collaborating with people on just different retreats around the world. So, if anyone out there is feeling called to, go deeper within and find out, who that inner warrior, inner goddess, inner god is, come and find me, and we can
Mm.
we can travel together and play together in the container of a beautiful retreat. Um, for now, I'll give you my Instagram handle, which is Kels So Wild, which is KELSO Wild with two I's, so WILD. And I'll be posting there about different retreats and stuff I'll be hosting and collaborating with. So if you feel the call, definitely follow and reach out to me. And then a question that I really wanted to ask you before I left, because this has shaped my life completely. When I was lost, disconnected from myself, and just, yeah, not sure of like direction or like what I even wanted anymore, I started to ask myself, uh, what do I want? And that came in the form of I was doing exercises, and you can do this too, where it's like 2 minutes, like set your timer on your phone for 2 minutes and just like ask yourself, what do I want? And then just allow yourself to answer without judging it in any sort of way. Or even if you don't want it, just like let it come out and just keep asking yourself that over and over and over again. And just be like, what do I want? Well, I want to travel. What do I want? I want to host retreats. What do I want? I want to be an amazing person who flies and like
Mm.
transforms the world, and like just keep going with it. And it just allows you to like really get out of your head and connect to like something within that that may have been a little shut down before. It kind of opens that pathway up. And then start to make a practice of it in your life as well. In every moment, it's like you have a choice.
Mm,
What do I want in this moment? You can ask yourself that, and like we say, you can powerfully choose in each
mm,
moment, and that's the magic of creating your life. When we say, you're responsible for your life, you create it. That's the magic of what we're talking about. It's like in every moment you get to choose. And so,
mm.
how are you choosing to spend your time, your energy, your focus, like all of these amazing things? So, that's what I would love to leave you with, that question of like, what do I want? And then when you kind of graduate from that, I love to journal on who am I? And just, write down whatever comes up. Again, no judgment, anything at all. Just like whatever comes up, just write it down
Mm.
and just reflect on it and see who is that magical, beautiful person that you wrote down on that piece of paper. Like, who is that? And that's going to change every single day. That won't be the same. So you can do that every single day and it'll be different.
Mm.
And that's life. That's how you know you're changing and evolving.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. And I'm gonna do that as well. I love the what do you want exercise is amazing, and I've heard some really amazing, incredible stories that have come from people who have done this exercise, like life-changing, completely life-changing things because your subconscious knows what you want more than you do. And
Hmm.
the logical brain is going to continue to be a mask for what you really want on the inside. And I think that when you're able to just kind of like, and sometimes you got to yell it, like you can stand in front of the mirror and scream, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" And and just don't even allow any sort of overthinking or second guessing. Just and even just like you could write down in that moment, like, okay, first thing that comes to your head, like word salad, like just doesn't even have to like make any sense. And then look
Mm,
through it at another time when you're in a different headspace or anything and just look back and think, well, why did that word come to me? And just start to reflect on it. And I think that's just a beautiful way to, I think just being able to reflect and internally look at your beliefs, your thoughts, and what's coming up for you at any given point is just a really beautiful way to learn what you want and
mm.
what you don't want. And so,
Yes.
yeah, thank you so much for reminding everybody that about that exercise. And
Hmm.
it's a really powerful one, and I'm excited to hear how that goes for people. Please let us know if you end up doing the exercise. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what happens and what comes up for you. And Kelsey, I love you so much. Thank you for spending so much time with me talking. And I know that you've definitely planted some beautiful seeds for people. I can already feel it. And you've planted many, many for me over this course of time. And I'm just really grateful for you once again. Thank you for giving us your time and being here. And I would definitely love to have you on here in like another year or whenever,
Oh
when
my
there's something,
gosh.
let's
Yeah.
see where we're at in a year. Like I can't even imagine where we're gonna be in the world, but hopefully we'll be together by then.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Thank you, Carmen, so much for having me on this podcast. It feels so good to just be in your energy and to feel so seen and heard and loved and cared for and supported. And it's just, oh, I can't even put to words like how heartfelt um and like warmed I am by just the honor of being here, and you seeing me in such a light that you want to share that with the world. It means so much to me. So thank you, and I love you
Mhm.
so much.
Oh, my pleasure. The pleasure is all mine for real. And you know what I just realized is I did this again because I did this on my brother's interview is I forgot to start off with an intention. And I'm
Oh.
like, damn it, like that's something I want that's something I want to start doing. And I did it again. I forgot again.